Ready to roll? Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with Haynes King. Questions for Haynes? Open it right up. Cal?
Obviously, all this was new for you a year ago, learning new offense, new coaches, new things at Georgia Tech, the school, everything. How different has this experience been so far in the spring, and how much further along do you feel like you are compared to a year ago?
I mean, it definitely is different because now the second year you're stepping in more of a leadership role, trying to be more vocal. But we still have a lot of new faces coming in this spring, and it's real exciting with new defensive coaches, new defensive players, teammates, and it's just been an exciting spring right now.
What has your role been like for you and Zach to mentor the new guys that have come in at the quarterback position?
The main deal is one, showing them how to do it, and two, keeping that expectation and keeping that standard alive on this is how we're going to do it, and this is the everyday standard, not just in practice, not just going to school, but in meetings, outside of the facility, how do you carry yourself, all of that.
Tell us about your wide receivers.
Which one? You know, right now they're
What do you like about that room, that wide receiver room?
the way they work, the way they listen, the way they're coachable. They do all of it, you know, and the camaraderie that they have is outstanding. Even when you go to the locker room, get outside of this facility, they're always around each other, always joking, you know, but at the same time they're still competing. And they kind of want to, every day they're trying to show who's top dog, you know. And it's kind of funny because you got two little ones like Malik and Leary, and they're always going at it, you know. So it's funny, but you know it just gives that comfortability throughout the whole offensive room.
Jackson.
Coach was talking about you got a scrimmage this Saturday. What are you looking to get out of that this Saturday, and what are you looking to see out of the offense as a whole in it?
Just how we're going to respond. You know, like I said, with the new defensive coaches, we're going against a new defensive scheme, and just how we're going to respond, how we're going to, you know, compete, and how we're going to hold the standard of what we think this offense could be and should be.
George.
You mentioned stepping into more of a leadership position this season. When you look at the quarterback room, what qualities really stand out to you?
We're all competitors, you know. It doesn't matter what we're doing. Like, we could be throwing routes on air. After we throw routes on air, we're sprinting, see who's going to win. We're in the weight room. Oh, we're seeing who's going to squat the most, who's going to bench the most. It doesn't matter what it is. We're competitors, but with that, like outside of this room, I feel like we're all family, and it's every man is. If you need anything, they're calling somebody out of this quarterback room. They're calling, so we're all close.
More over here. Chad.
What's it like working with Coach Winky every day?
Wonderful. One, he's done it. Two, he's seen it done, and three, he's coached at every level, and it's like you can't say enough words about what the kind of knowledge that he gives you on a daily basis, whether it's reads, whether it's competing, carrying out your fake, or even being a man outside of this room, you know. He's always checking on us, and he has a personal relationship with all of us. And like I can't say enough words about that man right there.
Golly, and we'll wrap up.
Coach Winky talked about, you know, obviously turnovers was sort of the one part of the offense that wasn't as great last year with all the success you guys did have. But he said he didn't want to take away your aggressiveness, but, you know, maybe making smarter decisions, those types of things. How does that manifest itself in terms of your preparation and kind of how you look at things, and still being aggressive when you see the look you want, but also being maybe more thoughtful of on when you make those throws?
I mean, playing quarterback, you got to be aggressively intelligent. You know, you got to still be aggressive, but intelligent with when you're going to take those shots. How are you going to take those shots? And you know, he always breaks it down if you have consistency in your daily life, waking up, you got to do this, that. If you have consistency in that, that's always going to carry over. It's going to carry over into your sports. It's going to carry over into school. It's going to carry over into whatever it is. The more consistent you are in your daily life, everything else is going to fall in place.
Rod?
Have there been any surprises on offense? In other words, new guys that came in and have looked good to you, or guys that made a jump from last year to this year?
A lot. Whether they were freshmen last year or incoming, everybody right now is doing a great job. Offensive line is really doing a great job with the new guys. Got a running back. He's doing really well. The receivers, they're picking everything up, and the transfer tight ends, they're picking things up as well. And it's just kind of, like you'd say, always falling into place right now. And we just got to keep it rolling, find a way to keep it rolling. This is our standard, and that's what it's going to be, and we're not accepting anything else.
Okay. Haynes, thanks, bud.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks, appreciate it.